Hi everyone, I'm Renee Hiatt of American Quilter Society, and we are back with a free series for you. It is called Honey V Revival. It is a remake of a pattern that I designed early in my career that we're going to offer to you free in a 7-part series. So we're going to start our first series today. I'm going to give you an overview and we're going to talk about preparing our fabric. First, I wanted to talk to you about the fabulous sponsors that are bringing this to you for free, and they are Pfaff, who they have given us their Quilt Expression 725 machine that I'll talk to you about in depth when we get sewing, but also Quilter Select. They have fabulous rotary cutters, rulers, and mats. We just adore them here at American Quilter Society. I personally use them at home as well. Their rulers, I find, are the best on the market because of a couple of different things. One, they have this yellow tone to them that allows us to use them on dark fabric and still be able to see the lines, which I love. They have this film on the back that allows it not to stick. I personally absolutely adore their rotary cutters. They are designed by Alex Anderson, this whole line is, and these are meant to not wear on your wrist. So I feel like I can cut an entire quilt without worrying about my wrist, and I had double carpal tunnel surgery. I also really love the feature that as a born left-handed, but really an ambidextric rotary cutter, I can go back and forth. It doesn't really matter if I'm right or left-handed. Their mats are fabulous. They work in conjunction with their rulers. It allows the fabric to really move, yet not move when you don't want it to, and I'll demonstrate that during our cutting series. The Magic product, well, Faultless Magic, I love their stuff. I use their aerosol when I'm preparing my fabric, which I'll show you. It gives it, gets out those tough wrinkles. You know, a lot of times when we're pulling fabric off of a bolt, they have these deep wrinkles. This gets them out. Then I like to use their pump spray throughout while making my units. It allows me to press the units when they're made, get them nice and flat. So when I go to put them into my quilt, they are at their best. And then Rowenta. I absolutely love this iron. If you've watched prior series, you know my love of this. What I really love is that, one, it only steams on demand, so I'm never worried about getting burnt by the steam. The other piece is it doesn't just have steam that comes out in a few spots. There's several hundred actual little micro holes that steam and do it very evenly on your fabric. So it really works really well. The other thing I like is that the water is not sitting in this iron, which sometimes causes staining and such. It actually has a water tank. And I find that I can get 2 full days of sewing and pressing without having to refill it. But if I need it to, I can easily remove it and fill it up at the sink and then come back and just pop it back on. Like I said, you can probably get, if you're sewing by yourself, you can probably get a full day or 2 out of it. If you're using it at a retreat, it works great. You can get through a couple hours. And so those are our sponsors. I also want to let you know that if you are watching this as we're releasing it, we have kits available for the fabric that I'm using. We are going to be using 10 fat quarters. And so this is the perfect pattern to use potentially 2 of the same fat quarter packs, which is what I'm going to do. So in all, I need 20 fat quarters. But it really works out great if you have 2 matching fat quarters, or you could buy half yards, 10 half yard fabrics. But I'm going to be using up 2 of these fat quarter packs from Free Spirit that are just delightful. And then you need 4.5 yards of background. And that is it, because we're actually going to use the fat quarters in the border. We're making everything just with the fat quarters and 4.5 yard of fabric. So this is a fabulous stash buster as well. The unit that we're going to be learning during this series, in using it in 2 different ways, is the Peaky and Spike block. and I will be using the Studio 180 V-Block tool to make them. Now, you could change up the cutting and use the Tri-Rex ruler, or there's several other on the market. I personally like the Studio 180 ruler, and that's what I use. And my downloadable pattern will be the cutting directions for that particular tool. So with all that, I think we're ready to get started. The last thing I want to talk to you about is EQ. And I have been a longtime designer in EQ, even before I started publishing patterns. I just love it. I think I go all the way back to EQ3. They're currently on EQ8, but it works fantastic for me. I am able to design what's in my head into a computer program that allows me to play around with it, move things around, but it really also allows me to print it off or extract it in a digital file to get the image of what it's going to look like. I can then break it down into how that plays out as far as units and blocks I need to make and how they come together. So throughout this series, I'm going to be showing you my EQ files that I use to, as a quilt maker, make my quilt, and then as well, I can show you those digital images as how I extract them to use them in my patterns. I just love it. And it really helps take what you think is going to work in your head to actually test it out and see if it works. You can import fabric. So for instance, I went out to Free Spirit, I downloaded the fabric swatches, and I brought them in to be able to create the visual that I needed in my mock-up. For me as a designer as well as a quilt maker. So I love EQ, and I think you'll see the benefits of it as we go through the series. So I think we're ready to get started. So we're going to move into our first lesson, which is preparing your fabric.